Loki Season 1, Episode 3. So let's get to reacting.
Potato skins or buffalo fingers.
Or we could eat somewhere
Ain't
else.
that the agent?
Why do you hate this place?
I don't hate it, I fear it. Do you know how many times the health department is
And
called
ain't
today?
that the woman Loki?
Well, the drinks. Okay, ask.
How many people are guarding the timekeepers?
What?
Sorry, what?
How long have we been best friends?
Oh, this is an illusion.
No, you know you can tell me anything, right?
Yeah, I'm probably just tired.
Oh, I was seeing how she got that information. Can't use your magic here. Damn, this woman Loki could fight.
Few questions.
Uh-oh, they're gonna have a fight? Oh.
Come any closer and I'll kill him. Go for it.
Think like they care? Ouch.
Goodbye, variant.
Yeah, low battery. Didn't see that coming, woman Loki?
For my next trick, I'll make you disappear.
What was that?
Is that one of your powers?
Where did you send me?
In 2077?
Moon that planet is about to crash into and destroy!
Think that's where they're gonna work?
It won't work.
Why? Because you're a magician.
No, because my mind is too strong. Neither of us is getting off this rock if we can't get that temp pad turned back
Where
on.
do you have it hidden?
In my heart.
Well, then I'll cut it out.
Nice. Very droll. Lovely.
You need me to get that thing recharged. That's the only reason you saved me out there.
Maybe. Yeah.
The plan you interrupted was years in the making.
Yes.
Years. Don't call me variant.
I'm sorry about not calling some faded photocopy of me, Loki.
Yeah.
Good, because that's not who I am anymore. I'm Sylvie now.
Sylvie?
Oh, you changed your name. Brilliant.
It's called an alias. I'm just checking the coupling, making sure it can connect.
Right.
Okay, hand it over.
I wouldn't fall for that.
I'm not giving it to you. You're going to have to try harder than that. Brute force is no substitute for diplomacy and guile.
Noted.
And that's why you got shot at.
Sorry about that.
Don't be. I enjoyed it.
Ha!
I did too.
Patrice?
It's been a long time. You're as beautiful as I remember.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You didn't fall for that.
Patrice never said a thing that nice in 30 years. We just want to ask you a question. Where is everyone?
The Ark. The evacuation vessel.
And you didn't go?
Enough juice to repower the tempad. I'm going to enchant a guard, have him lead us through the crowd, and if anyone gives us any trouble,
Make him start shooting? And then what? Kill every guard and hijack the train?
whether or not there's a fight is entirely up to them.
Let's see if it
We're
works.
doing this one my way.
And the tickets?
Orders come from the top to get her on this train.
Sir, this...
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, I just remembered that headquarters radioed in their request for them this morning.
You can't sleep on a train.
No, I can't sleep around untrustworthy people.
Oh, right. That me.
But you feel free to take a nap.
Nice try.
I'm not going to waste my time rooting around for the tempad when someone taught you fairly decent magic.
Really?
Tell me about your mother.
I barely remember her. Just blips of a dream at this point.
That's a dream.
When I was young, she'd do these little bits of magic for me. I'd turn a flower into a frog or cast fireworks over the water. Where do you learn to do the, you know, the...
I
Whatever
taught
it is.
myself.
You taught yourself that?
Really?
Yeah, I did.
And pity the old woman chose to die, don't you think?
She was in love.
She hated him.
Maybe love is hate.
Is there a lucky bow waiting for you at the end of this crusade?
Yeah, there is actually.
Oh.
Managed to maintain quite a serious long-distance relationship with a postman whilst running across time from one apocalypse to another.
Really?
A charm like that, who could resist you?
Must have been would-be princesses.
Yeah, right.
Prince.
A bit of both. I suspect the same as you, but nothing ever...
Real.
Tragic. So she was taking a nap.
I think something's happening.
Yes, that planet is about to crash into us.
Don't be an arse. I saw some people looking at you weirdly.
What?
I wonder why.
You get so paranoid.
Oh, I guess it must have started when I spent my entire life running from the omniscient fascists you work for.
Love is a dagger. It's a weapon to be wielded far away or up close. You can see yourself in it. It's beautiful. Until it makes you bleed. But ultimately, when you reach for it,
It isn't real. Love is an imaginary dagger.
it doesn't make sense, does it?
No. Terrible.
Poetic.
Damn, I thought I had something there. Tickets. Yes, of course. Here they are. Oops. Bye.
Really?
Well, I did take quite the tumble.
You are.
Is it really broken?
Maybe we can fix it.
Okay.
Did the scream make you feel better?
More or less.
Yes, it did.
What about the Ark?
The Ark never leaves because it's destroyed.
Never had us on it.
No.
You want to know how enchantment works? I have to make physical contact and then grab hold of their mind.
How?
It depends on the mind. Most are easy and I can overtake them instantly. Others, the stronger ones, it gets tricky. I'm in control, but they're there too. In order to preserve the connection, I have to create a fantasy from their memories.
Ah, the beginning of the episode.
I had to pull a memory from hundreds of years prior, before she even fought for them.
What?
Really?
Before she joined the TVA?
Yeah, she was just a regular person on Earth.
A regular person?
Loved margaritas.
I was told that everyone who works at the TVA was created by the Timekeepers.
That's ridiculous. They're all variants, just like us.
Ah! So it begins. And that's how it ends? Come on. It's like 6 more minutes. I could put like 3 more minutes or something. So, not gonna lie, I really enjoyed this episode from Loki. Like, there was just so much stuff you could speculate from this episode, all thanks to the character of Sylvie. And I really hope that by the end of this series, like, she is still alive so we can see more of her from the MCU. Because, hell, from a little bit of tidbits we got from her backstory, which I don't even know if I can even trust any of it, from her, how she learned about her enchanting abilities, which she said she just taught herself. Okay? I'm not saying it can't happen, but it's like, are you being honest with us? To 2, her relationship with her mother, and also that whole postman thing, which could have been a joke, or she could just be honest with it. Like, way how she was talking about love in this episode is either love is hate, mischief, to like what Loki said about love is like a dagger. It's like, what is it? Like, did you start this whole mission against the whole timekeepers because you lost your loved one and you're blaming the timekeepers on it to the point that no, the timekeepers, they must die. Like, that's what it seems to be hinting because the whole theme of love was just so sprinkled out this episode. That's my guess of why she's doing that. That's like her true like motivation behind it all. That all could just be a red herring. But also, how she learned about enchanting, and then she's like explaining Loki how she does it. I won't be surprised if one, Loki uses it on her or uses it on someone else, or two, that she's gonna end up doing it on Loki. Because again, Loki at one point says, "Oh, what are you trying to do? Like, enchant me, but my mind is too strong." But the way how she was going about explaining how she does it by probing your memories, she might actually end up using the memory of like Loki and his mother when she taught him how to use magic. So that could end up happening within the future. If so, that would be good. Actually see like a flashback to like, how Loki's mother was like teaching, young Loki how to do it. And then next thing you know, we see Sylvie there trying to manipulate Loki, getting that keypad, which hopefully I'm saying that device name a keypad. If not, I don't know where keypad's coming from. I watched too many series, like keypad could be for something else. But I won't even be surprised if that device is like really broken or not. Because hell, again, we're dealing with the freaking god of mischief. He can just easily just like pull it out like, a duplicate of it and be like, oh, it's broken, but in reality, it's not. So he can inevitably get actual power source to actually charge it, and then boom, actually leave her behind. Because Sylvie's, again, just not really part of his own plan of trying to take over the TVA, but hell, he's learning that the whole timekeepers didn't create the TVA. Well, again, the whole timekeepers thing, it's like, what can you believe about timekeepers, if they truly exist or not, or just all just one person doing everything? That those agents, those hunters, I think they're called hunters, that they were all variants at one point in time. And as that goes on, and when they're saying that, you go back to the previous episode with Morbius. It's like, what would happen if you learn the whole truth about the TVA? Do they erase you? Because now I'm thinking that at one point, since Morbius is like a top agent, so maybe he learned the truth about the whole TVA, and then they just erase him, and they just get another Morbius variant. And it seems like they just keep on plucking this Morbius variant, or at least this one currently, from the point in time where he was about to go ride that jet ski. 'Cause I guess that's a part of his destiny, and that's where they plucked him out, and that's when he became a variant. And then they just made him a TVA agent because they had to do something with mind manipulation as well with these TVA agents to the point that they don't remember their true creation. Because hell, they mind manipulate that one agent to the point that he doesn't even know who the hell a fish is. So I'm very curious to see how they, explain, the true formation of the TVA and these damn timekeepers. Because I think her name is Ravonna. I think she is either one who's really controlling everything, or at least two, that's like one of the agents who knows the actual truth. Because when we actually have a conversation, with Morbius and her in episode 2, I believe it was episode 2, where we see like the whole ring, like there was like two like glass rings, whatever, and he's talking about, oh, you have like another analyst something on the side, and I'm just like, one, I just could very well be you, Morbius, but just reset and boom, you another variant. But she seems to know everything, and she's not like giving us like always that Morbius like all the truth behind it. Like, oh my gosh, it can go in so many ways, and I'm just loving every minute of it. But I don't know again if I can even trust Sylvie, because at one point how she was like, oh, I'm not gonna fall asleep in this train. I don't trust anyone here. But then boom, she's taking a nap. And again, she even said like, "Oh, I'm not gonna like tell you like how I do enchanting," but boom, she tells Loki. So it's like, we're dealing with Loki variants. Can't trust anyone. Oh my gosh, I honestly cannot wait to see how all this ties in the end. Hopefully, it ties up in a bow. If not, it's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. Again, when they're dealing with time travel and this multiverse thing, I'm like, it's either gonna be a hit and a miss. And so far, this series has been hitting. It has been hitting. I'm Phantom D saying I am signing off.